Hi, I'm at Lake Waccamaw State Park in North Carolina. There's a lake through there. There's some spots where you can see it better than others. I've gone through a few really good viewing spots. It's a nice quiet trail, and on the other side, the opposite side, is a lot of wetlands, marshland covering the ground. Again, some of those spots are really big and beautiful and remind me of a place like Congaree, and then other spots just kind of look more like wet woods like it did over there. So I've seen lots of small mammal tracks because there's a lot of sand, so all those prints are around, I guess, until it rains or somebody steps on them. Saw a cute snail on the middle of the trail. That was fun. Yeah, here we can see out a little bit better here. So it's a pretty lake. There's lots of these bald cypress trees. I'm not sure if the actual name for the roots that come up from under the ground are called knees, but that's what my grandfather always called them, so that's what I call them. There's tons of them though, and those trees go out pretty good distance into the lake in some parts, so it's pretty neat. And then you see those trees over on the other side as well, where there's more of the wetlands, and then some of the smaller knees going across the trail where the two meet. That's pretty cool fungus. It looks like a clam, but it's a fungus. That's neat, growing on the tree. Oh, here's a pretty good viewing spot. The lake is pretty big. I'm not sure number-wise what the size is, but it was bigger as we approached it than I really thought it would be. But that's quite a view right there with the pretty clouds, just white wispy clouds going across the sky, and the trees growing out of the water and the land next to the lake here. What a beautiful day. It's in the low 60s, so it's a great temperature for walking today. We are on the eastern side of North Carolina. We were in Wilmington, North Carolina yesterday. All these knees are so pretty, the trees. You see the Spanish moss hanging from everything. I always love these plants that have they end up getting these they look like spirally hairs stringing off of them, off the edges. It's pretty neat looking. So the boys ran their marathon yesterday in Wilmington, North Carolina. So we are on our way back home today. This lake is about 45 minutes inland. So it's a good spot to stop, see something different. Got to take an evening stroll on the beach last night, so that was really nice. We left the hotel before it was light yesterday morning to get Caden to the starting line. He had to be there by 6, and then after the run we had some time in the afternoon, and then made our way out in the evening for a walk and to see a little bit of the Wilmington area. So that was fun. We were back after it was dark. We felt like we had fully enjoyed the day. So Caden got to run with the start of sunrise yesterday morning. He did the first 13 miles of the marathon, and Caleb and I were able to stop a couple different spots to wait for him to pass through so we could cheer him on. Really pretty trees through here. Some bamboo. All the plants are so fun to look at. So I was excited. I really had hoped I'd see him at least once running, and I was able to see him multiple times, so that was fantastic. Then I got Caleb to his starting point to finish out the race. Got to watch them do their exchange and everything, and was able to see Caleb along his route as well, so it was fun while Caden was recovering and relaxing. It was great, and so much fun to see them finish their marathon together. They had worked really hard training, and so they were able to accomplish their goals. I was excited for them that they had individually set goals for themselves, and collectively they had set a goal for a time, and they achieved all those goals. So that was pretty awesome. There's some dogs out here enjoying the beach. So as I was running around the route and doing the transportation and cheering and all the things that I got to do as a supporter for the marathon, I just kept thinking about how the marathon, but any race really, that's what life is. There were over 5,000 people running that race in some form yesterday, and they were all running their own race, and they all knew what they had set before them to do. They all worked hard to do it, and they did their best. So it's very much what life is like. We figure out what our race is, and we run it. We do our life. So I felt, I guess, a little distraught because I feel like I'm still figuring out what my race is at this moment. I like walking through the bamboo though, so that's fun. I'll take that for now. But yeah, I don't know yet. There's been other times in my life where it was obvious what my race was, and I was able to go with it. I'm not there right now, so I'll figure it out, and hopefully I'll be able to achieve success like they all did yesterday. But definitely, wow, that was a big tree that came down. But all the different people involved, you see people that were behind the scenes and setting up the race. We have people behind the scenes in our lives. For many people, it's parents that would kind of help build up who you are, and help encourage your growth for who you are, and help you figure it out and develop yourself. And it might be teachers that are pouring into you, or mentors. So they were all setting up the race, and they were making sure that everything was set up for those runners, so they were going to be safe. And all the officers that were out there making sure spectators and runners were all safe. We have those people in our lives that are there for us in the same way. And we have the cheerleaders, all the people that are going to be supportive of us. There were so many people along the race route that were cheering for these runners, and they all brought their own to it, so that was fun. Many of them had signs, or brought music or palms or clappy things or whatever. So you got some of everything, and we get that in life. We're gonna have people that support us in real serious ways, maybe some real practical ways, and then some that are just going to be fantastic for being able to, like, you know, just blurt it all out too and move on, or blow steam off, or be able to make you laugh when you feel like you can't laugh. So you see some of that in all those people on those sidelines. I love that they had pacers running the race. They ran carrying their signs to tell what pace they were to finish the half or full marathon. And I saw them as the constants that we have in our lives. The hope is that we all have the constants in our life. So the people that you know you can depend on no matter what, that are going to be there, and they're just going to stick with you by your side no matter how tired you get, no matter what kind of pain you're in, no matter how down on yourself you feel, and through all the good as well. They're going to be there to celebrate. Caden was chatting with one of the pacers as they ran, and he was joking, Caden, like, who made you do this run? So, you know, then he kept running though, and he was there. Caden knew he could go back to, and it was just, he was a constant through that run. And so I thought that was really cool. And helps keep perspective when you have those constants, because that constant doesn't change no matter what else is going on. And so we need to recognize those constants in our lives so that when we need help maintaining the perspective we really want, we can rely on them for that. So I thought all the like officials or directors that were kind of guiding, making sure everybody went the right way, especially at the point where the half marathon runners were to go to finish, and the relay runners and the marathon runners were supposed to go a different way to keep going. They were there to help them know where to go, and we're going to have those directions in our lives as well. Sometimes it's not going to be a voice on a speaker. It might be subtle things. Might be the quiet whispers that you need to hear when you take the time to be quiet, to pray and meditate. But that direction will be there. And I loved at the end, the one directing for that last turn for them. They just had a short straightaway. He was like, he had different things to say to everybody, but this, got all that in before lunch. Not too bad. What are you going to do with the rest of your day? And so they were finishing that one race, but in a way it made me think, he wasn't meaning it this way, but then we're always looking for the next one too. Looking forward to what that race is going to build upon to do the next one. And so he was just joking with everyone, but I saw it in a different way. So I really appreciated all the funny signs. We were talking about them this morning. It's pretty comical. This is a beautiful view. Great day great way to spend the day after. I know the boys are enjoying stretching their legs. So I'm gonna keep trying to figure out what my race is and make my way through it. I know it's not always clear. I'm trying to take the time to hear the quiet voice and to see the signs to help me to know. But in the meantime, I'm relying on what I can see as the constants or the supports, and take each of those small bits, the little hills as they come, as best I can, and those downhills, just trying to handle one bit at a time until I know where I'm actually trying to get to. So I hope you have some purpose in what you're doing with your day, and you know what your race is. If you don't yet, I hope that you spend some time figuring out what it is. Getting out for a walk like this can certainly help you figure it out. I'll see you next time on the trail with Heart.